You're watching WGBS News Metropolis.
And you know, some of the volunteers, I have to speak of that because we always have something going out to the volunteers every year. A lot of you have helped so often every year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off some names and I'm going to give you a voucher or a gift bond for the Super Museum, which is also supermuseum.com and supermansuperstore.com and also supermanstuff.com. Catherine Busby, come and get your $100 gift bond for the Super Museum store. Now here's a guy that'll do. He's a gopher for sure, but he's a nice guy, and I really appreciate some of the things he's done with running around and getting this and getting that and taking pictures, and an all-around good guy, Johnny Lloyd. And then Bill Artis, and Skylar Green, and David Olson. And then I have a special certificate here for Tim Gardner. It's a Bowling Club Award, I guess you call it. And I decided to leave it blank so you can sell it on eBay. Now, we've got another award that we've added a few years back. It's actually been ongoing now for, I think, about 8 years. It's been that long, and that's the Noel Award. And in the same way that the George Award acknowledges somebody for their hard work and dedication into helping us make the Superman celebration a success, into helping us get the word out about Metropolis, Illinois, into helping us on the internet and doing the promotions and really just all around doing all the things that helping us, a lot of the things that need to be done, because it's a big job and there's no way that I can stand up here and take credit for any of this stuff. It's just me asking other people to help me out, and that's where we all come together as a team, and it really works. I mean, you want to talk about the Justice League. I mean, these people they're dedicated, and I really appreciate their help. We have different faces that come in every year. Some come in every year. We've got a lot of people here that have been here for more than 10 years in a row. We have a lot of people that come in here every other year, you know, or when they can get here. And then we have some new faces. You know, we've got the Noel Neal's statue here now, and that really, to me, is, I was just telling Noel, it's going to be great being able to drive up down the street in the morning and see her every day, you know, as opposed to just once a year. And so, so it's double. It's kind of double the fun on the Noel Award. And what I want to do is, when whoever the person is or persons that win the award, I want to make sure that every year we get a picture of you with the Noel statue before you leave. This year, I'm just going to get right to it. The Noel Award goes to Brian and Cookie Morris, and I appreciate We've been very happy. We've done a lot for this celebration for the year. Actually, I got two of them. You never know, and you know, one might go one way and one goes the other. So each got one. You don't have to tear this in half. She's going to take both. Oh, okay. Okay, the George Award. Who got it last year? You set such a fine example for when we're in need of somebody that can do all the things that you do, and you've been at all these different events and you've emceed them, and you really have a very good attitude with everything, and it's been very helpful. And I just want to say again, you got the award last year, but if you didn't get it last year, you'd get it this year for sure, and I just appreciate that. Okay, Neil Cole from Superman Super Site, come and get your George, brother. I just want you to know that I appreciate what you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay, guys, it's that time. Let's get a couple of rules on the road out of the way. Now, of course, when you came in and you signed up, if you're planning on bidding this evening, you got an index card with a number on it. So that's your panel for tonight. If you're interested in bidding on something, your first best thing to do is just hang it up in the air and let me see it. We're going to have people up on stage as well, scanning the crowd to make sure that we see you. If we don't see you, for whatever reason, if we're looking over here, there's a a lot of activity, a great big bidding war, and somebody over here wants something. If we're not looking at you, pound on the table, yell, scream, whatever, let us know. Remember, this isn't really professional auctioneering here. We're just all having some fun, and we've got some great stuff up here. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Okay, guys, let's start with item number 1, please. Well, what have we here? This is a Smallville promotional poster from season 1. This was sent to comic book shops to promote the show, and it was never hung up. Now, this starts at an opening bid of just $1 for a lovely picture of Tom Welling. So, the original owner of the company, we just bought him out over a year ago, had a deal with Warner Brothers where he could go in and he would buy racks of clothes that he would get that he thought were interesting looking or stuff that he thought that he could rent. And Warner Brothers would pull stuff, they'd go to their sci-fi section and pull things out, put it on the rack, and this guy would just come in and buy it for pennies on the pound kind of thing. Well, I came across a couple of these pieces. The piece as it stands right now is from Lois and Clark, from the opening episode of the final season, episode 4, or season 4. We see Dean Cain when he's on the Kryptonian ship, and these are worn by the Kryptonian soldiers. It's a black vest with a black jumpsuit and a black belt. What happened with this, though, you're actually getting not just one Lois and Clark costume, but there's 3 costume pieces that make up this piece. The jumpsuit itself was actually originally used in the pilot episode of The Flash. If you remember that TV series, there was a motorcycle gang that was terrorizing the town, ended up killing Barry Allen's brother, and that was what prompted him to become The Flash. If you take a look at the back on the costume here, in the back on the inside, you'll see the red blood splotch that was silkscreened onto the back of the suit, and they're frame captures of the costume as it was seen in The Flash. So it was one of those jumpsuits. And then what they did is they threw this black vest over the top, but it actually wasn't originally a black vest. If you see the orange color on the inside that you can see in the picture there, this is actually from the original V television series. It's a V vest that they turned inside out, so now it's black on the outside and red on the inside. And they took the belt loops off. These are all Warner Brothers productions, so they just went into the warehouse and said, we'll take that, and put it together. So you've got a V vest from the original V television series. You have a Flash jumpsuit, so you get your superhero thing, you put the whole thing together, and it becomes a Lois and Clark Kryptonian guard costume, which is pretty cool. That's just the way they did things. And what I also have one of the original V patches. You can see these at conventions and things like that where you can buy replicas. But this is actually one of the original patches that came off of the V costumes, and I'm going to put that in as well, that you can actually attach it back to the other side so you can make yourself a V costume as well if you wanted to. So it's a really cool piece, 3 costumes in one. I do have a reserve on it, but let's start off at $100 and see if there's any interest in this one. $100? Anybody interested in this at 100? Got $100 over here. How about 150? We go 150 over here. How about 2? We have 2 over here. How about 3? We have 250. How about 3? Any interest over 250? We have 300 over here. How about 350? We have 300 over here. How about 350? Any interest over 300? All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You survived. We appreciate you coming out. We appreciate you staying around. We will see you next year. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
You're watching WGBS News Metropolis.